morning. The Jacksons are heading north from Orlando, Florida to Columbus, Ohio, heading home after a week stay at Disney World. So come along with us. There it is, Daytona International Speedway. Waiting on the car to charge. Charger just happens to be across from the famous racetrack. So we're getting a little history lesson as well as a charge. And we got to be here for about 45 minutes. Nash and I just walked all the way over from the supercharger to the gas station to hit up the bathroom. So we're in a random like bowling alley parking lot right off the highway. But we'll be off and at it here shortly. Our next stop is South Carolina. So you can see the other cars lined up, getting their charge in as well. So stay tuned. So Tatum's taking the stop to eat some pizza left over from last night. We got home late from the park, so I ordered a couple of pizzas. So here she is, getting after it while we stop. Nash eating it too. There's the car plugged in, waiting on its charge. So. All right, we made it to Orangeburg, South Carolina. We got 20 minutes left in our charge. Our next stop is Mooresville, North Carolina. So making our way through the Carolinas here. So you can see at the bottom there, it tells me this is an expensive stop, $5 so far, and it's only about 62 miles in the tank. So a little bit more expensive than what we're used to paying, but it is daytime. It is a little cheaper to charge at nighttime, but we're just happy to get it charged and keep it. Over there to the left is Carowinds. I got a buddy who thinks it's better than Cedar Point, but he thinks JT's pizza is good, that it's better than Hound Dogs, so we really can't trust anything the guy says. We're coming up on the North Carolina border right here. Here we go, hitting North Carolina. Oh, toot and wave. All right, we made it to Mooresville, North Carolina. A little bit off the beaten path here. We are turn around for you. We are in a grocery store called Lowe's Foods parking lot, but it was not right off the highway. So anyway, we're gonna go inside here and use their facilities and maybe get a snack for the road. So we're off next to Princeton, West Virginia. Just got a couple more stops and then we're home. All right, so Lowe's reminds me of Whole Foods, or if you're familiar with Dorothy Lane Markets in Dayton, Ohio. Kind of the same vibe going in there. Lots of breakables for the kids. Lots of things they can knock over. They had Grelo's pickles, which is the way to my heart, is a good pickle. Not as good as the crazy cucumber guy that I get at the farmer's market, but Grelo's is not bad if you have nothing else. Yeah, like a wine, cheese, you know. If you wanted a healthy snack rather than a Burger King or a McDonald's, this would be a great stop for you. Mooresville, North Carolina, but I'm not eating quite yet. So anyway, we're off here in about 5 minutes. Ike Tatum's the fastest. Oh gosh, what was that? Rounding third, heading for home. Go, Palmer, go. Go, Palmer. You don't got sport mode on those Crocs. You got it. Come on. Come on. You need to have sport mode on those Crocs. All right, we got enough to continue our trip. So get this thing unplugged and bring it back up. had to stop a little sooner than expected. The Appalachian Mountains got us. They used a little bit more energy than we were intending on, so we stopped a little earlier than we intended. So we stopped here in Wyethville, Virginia. We're behind a Holiday Inn Express right now, so everybody's going inside to use the restroom. And the car's got just 15 minutes to charge, and we're off to Charleston, West Virginia. Enter the clouds here. A little tunnel into the clouds. Ready? Can you hold your breath for the whole tunnel?
3, 2,
1, go. All right, wild and wonderful West Virginia. Here we go, just one more state and we're home. All right, so we just made our last stop in Charleston, West Virginia. We had to stop for about 25 minutes. We will be home just a little after 1 o'clock in the morning here. So, all right, here we are crossing the Ohio River, which means one thing. We're about to be back in the great state of Ohio. Sorry for all the bugs on the window. But it's getting dark, going through the mountains, we ran into quite a few bugs. Welcome back to the great state of Ohio. Heading back to Columbus. Same day. All right, good morning. It's the next day. We got in about just before 1 a.m. Left Orlando yesterday about 8:30, so a really long trip. Obviously, stopping at superchargers kills us some time. In total, we spent $200 round trip to charge the car. So, according to AAA, the average car would have used like $230 to $250 in gasoline. So it's not a huge savings in taking the Tesla. It does take you a little bit longer to get there as well because you're stopping so much. But being a school teacher, I've got the time, so it's no big deal. We save a little bit of money, take our time getting down there. And all those stops, you get a little bit of time to stretch your legs and get a snack. And with 4 kids, somebody always has to go to the restroom, so it does help us out a little bit. So. All right, well, that's our trip from Orlando to Columbus. Have a good one.